Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to our beloved lecturer, Sir Muhammad Izan Shafiq. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Ikmah bin Abdul Rahman from CS110 4E. I am the project manager of this project. Next, I will introduce you to my team members.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Imir Daniel bin Azman and my role in this final project assessment is database programmer.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Arif Rahim bin Abdul Rahim, and my role in this project, which is database programmer.
Hi, my name is Ilman Hakim bin Muhammad Naim. I am from CS110 4E and my role is database designer.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Ikwan bin Muhammad Faisal from CS104E. So I hold the position of database designer of this system project.
Me and my group mate have developed our information system project named System Ordering Fachales. As a project manager, I must planning, executing, monitoring, controlling and closing the projects. I also need to managing the group and distribute the tasks to the team members. Besides, I need to be accountable for the entire project scope, project team, resources and the success or failure of the project. Last but not least, I have to handle the documentation of SDP, SRS, SDG and final report. The purpose of this project is to give knowledge and experience to the students about the right process of system development. Fachales is a business that focusing on selling new fancy trending shawl. System ordering Fachales is a system to user for making the order and buying process. The system also helps admin to check the customer's order details and generate the receipt for the customers after they make a payment. The objective of this project is to identify, design, and develop a system ordering Fachales. At first, the problem that occurred in Fachales business was an organized system of recording orders from customers. Fachales did not have any website for ordering their shawl. Fachales just used WhatsApp and Instagram platform for taking orders. Other than that, Fachales always facing missing information of their customers. Sometimes the data of customer details have been unintended deleted in WhatsApp. Furthermore, there are so many customers that are contacting Fachales through WhatsApp. It is hard for the business to save all the contact of the customers. Last but not least, the business also had to face backup customer. The customers have placed order but did not make any payment. So, the business does not know whether the scarf need to be reserved or selling it to the other customer. The software that we use for this project are PHP version 7.4.3 server-side scripting language, Apache version 2.4.41 web server software, MySQL Workbench version 6.3 CE DBMS, bracket version 1.14, code editor, XAMPP, and admin LTE. Besides, the hardware that we use are laptop, desktop, and smartphone.
The first thing that I need to do as a database designer is determine what kind of data need to be stored in our database. These data must be determined in cooperation between me, the Ikwan, and the second database designer, Ilman, the project manager, Iqbal, and also the most important one, the client, about what data must be stored within the system. After that, me and Ilman need to determine the data relationship and its dependency within the data. We need to identify the primary key, the foreign key, and the composite entity among them. So once the relationship and dependencies among the information have been determined, we continue to identify the data flow and data type, and then we'll begin to do the ERD of this system. Okay, first of all, as we can see here in our ERD, there are 6 entities, which is admin, scarf, orders, purchase, customer, and receipt. For the first thing, many scarf will be managed by an admin. Customer will set their date and then choose their favorite scarf, and the chosen scarf will be placed in orders, which is the composite entity between scarf and purchase. In orders entity, there are scarf ID as the foreign key, that is connecting the entity of scarf and purchase. So the data will be distributed and saved in two entities, which are in purchase and orders. We have completed the four entities, and then in a day, there are many orders that can be made in a purchase. Then a purchase is proven by a receipt, and receipt will be generated by the admin of Fachales. That's all for the ERD explanation. So based on the ERD, we can continue to do context diagram. The context diagram is used to establish the context and boundaries of the system to be modeled, which things are inside and outside of the system, and what is the relationship of the system with these external entities. In our system, there are two external entities, which is admin and customer. So the admin and customer can do several input and output throughout the process in this information system. So the input that can be made by the admin are email. They can input email, password, scarf detail, and receipt details into the system ordering Fachales. And for the output, they can receive order details and scarf details from the system. Okay, for the customer, they can output customer details, they can input customer details, email, password, new customer details, and order details into system ordering Fachales, and they can get output from the system, which is scarf details and receipt details.
I am Ilman Hakim bin Muhammad Naim. As the database designer, will explain about the role. The database designer is responsible for defining the detailed database design, including tables, indexes, views, constraints, triggers, store procedures, and other database-specific constructs needed to store, retrieve, and delete persistent objects. This information is maintained in the artifact data model. Thank you. So, I will explain about a decomposition diagram and DFD for admin. A decomposition diagram shows a complex process organization, data subject area, or other type of object broken down into lower level, more detailed components. For example, decomposition diagrams may represent organizational structure or functional decomposition into processes. Decomposition diagrams provide a logical hierarchical decomposition of a system. Okay. For system ordering Fachales, in the login process for admin login, system admin need to enter their admin ID and password to log in. For 2.0, list of scarf, system admin is able to view scarf that will be displayed in the system. For 3.0, edit scarf, system admin is able to edit what type of scarf, the name and the price that will be displayed in the system. For 4.0, view customer order detail. System admin can view what the type and the name of shawl that had been ordered and purchased by customers. We continue to customer login. In the customer login register process, customer need to register their details such as customer ID and set up their password. For login process for customer, after completing the registration process, user able to log into the information system. For 7.0, update customer detail. Customer needs to update their details such as name, telephone number, city, state, postcode, and email. For 8.0, list of scarf. Customer is able to view scarf that will be displayed in the system. For 9.0, ordering shawl process. Customer is able to make purchase date and order interested shawl that appeared in the system. For 10.0, receipt generating process. Customer needs to log in their online banking for buying process. for 11.0, display receipt. Customer can see the receipt that had been displayed and save it for further purpose. So, we continue to DFD for admin. For 1.0 admin login, the data is email admin and password admin. Admins are allowed to log into the system by entering email admin and the password admin. It will store in admin data store. Next, for 2.0 and 3.0, list of scarf and edit scarf. The data is scarf details. Admin can see the details of scarf, which contains the scarf type and scarf price. Admin also can edit the details of scarf to update the new type of scarf and the price range following market price. The data store is scarf. Next, we go to 4.0, which is view customer order. The data is order details. Admin can see the details of order, which contains quantity, scarf type, scarf price, purchase date, and can know that customer order that has been approved by the admin. The data store is it will connect to scarf, order, purchase, and customer data store. Next, we go to 10.0, which is generate receipt. The data is receipt details. Admin need to display the receipt by generate the current receipt for the customer and show the total amount to let the customers pay to our business. The data store that has been connected to this receipt generate receipt is receipt, purchase, order, customer, and scarf data store.
So I'll be explaining about customer data flow. So for the process 7.0, customer will do registration and fill in their customer details. Their details will be stored into customer data store. For the process 8.0, this process will check whether customer input the right email and password based on the data in the customer data store. Then the customer will successfully log in. Next, for the process 9.0, customer can change their details in the update customer process. They will overwrite data that are available and then save it back in the data store customer. Now let's move on to the process 10.0. List of scarf will retrieve the data from scarf details data store. Then it will display to the customer about scarf details. Customer will choose scarf based on the process 10.0. The order that have been done will be kept in orders data store. And for the process 11.0, it will distribute the data into purchase to keep the purchase date into purchase data store, and also in order to keep the type, color, quantity to be kept into order data store. For the process 12.0, after customer made purchase, the details of the payment will be brought to generate receipt process to keep the receipt details in receipt data store. And customer are able to view receipt after they make payment based on retrieving the data from receipt data store. Okay, that's all for the customer DFD.
My responsibility is created the back end of the project and writing a new code as requested or required by our client, which is Fachales. I also design, write, and modify program to improve website processing. So I'm using bracket version 1.14.2 to develop the website. Here our admin website. So first of all we need to log in using admin email and password. So here our homepage for admin. You can see the type of new scarf and their price at the homepage. Admin can see the picture of each type of scarf and name of scarf and the price. This price and scarf will automatically update. So here are the list of scarf that Muhammad Iqmal handle. Skase, Izwani and Sharifah. Each scarf Muhammad Iqmal can edit. So here are the part of edit scarf. As a example, if Muhammad Iqmal want to update the price of scarf to 25, so here this scarf will become 25, but for now our scarf is still 20, so we need to update back. And if this scarf is not available and Fachal is not selling this type of scarf more, and it can be deleted, but don't but for our system this kasih is still valid and don't want to delete the scarf. So here we go to the part of customer order. So after customer make an order, the customer will be receive an email from Fachal, which is this is a email sent by Fachal, sent by Fachal, which is here, 68 ringgit, and admin will know the order ID and the customer ID, which is 4, and admin need to insert the customer ID to search the Ukasha orders. So here the new order of Ukasha. So after we receive a payment from Ukasha, then we need to update the status of payment, which is purchase. So here we can see the payment, the status of order from Ukasha is already updated. And next, we need to generate the receipt. So here the part of receipt form that admin need to insert first to deliver the receipt to customer. So admin set the admin ID, purchase ID, which is 100, price order which is 60, shipping fee 8, and email address Ukasha 45, which is the customer, and here the subject, and here the message that admin write their own. So here we send the email to customer, and after we send email is will automatically directed to homepage again. And as we can see, this is a new email that we send to Ukasha after we press the button send email, so it's auto generate to send email to Ukasha. So yeah, we can need to log out if admin want as end session, so we need to log out. And yeah, that's all for me.
My responsibility for database programmer is to coordinate with team members to perform database programming based on the project requirement. Next, design and develop the website using HTML, CSS, and PHP. And lastly, ensure the program is developed based on the design provided. So right now, I'm going to show you on how to use the website for the customer user. So this is the customer's login page where customer need to insert their email and password before they can sign in. But if the customer doesn't have any account yet before, they need to click on register a new account and fill in their full name, phone, address, state, postcode, email and password, and then click on register button, and all this data will be stored in customer's table database to make sure that the data can be retrieved when they want to log in. So you go back to the customer's login page. Now I will insert my email, Kasha, and the password. Then it will directly go to the customer's home page where it shows the list of scarves such as name, material, price and measurement. And there are 5 types of scarf, which are Sharifah, Farah, Sarah, Ejwani and Kaseh, and also the tutorial video of the scarf. And in the customer's homepage, customer can view and edit their personal details by click on my profile, and customer also can make order and also can view the order. So let's say when the customer click on my profile, they need to verify their password to display all the information about them in the table form. So I will enter my password, and all the details about Ukasha will be displayed in the table form. And if I want to edit my personal details, I just need to click on edit at the option column, and it will directly show the customer detail in the form, and from there customer can edit whatever they want. And after that, just click on update button here. Then we go back to the customer's homepage. Okay, and let's say if the customer want to buy the scarf, they need to click on make order, and they can make their order one after another by select the scarf type, the color, the date, and also the insert the quantity of the scarf that they want to buy. So I will choose Ejwani, and the color is maroon, and the quantity I want to buy is 3. And I will click on add to back button to make sure the data will be stored in the orders table database. And I want to buy it again, click on make order, and right now I'm going to buy Farah, and the color is purple. I will insert the quantity 2 and add to back. So if I want to view my order just now, I will click on my order, and you can see the orders details such as order ID, quantity, scarf, color, purchase ID, and the total price that you need to pay to the account number, including shipping fee. So the customer's shipping fee depends on customer state. For example, if the customer live in Sabah and Sarawak, they will be charged for 10 ringgit, and while others will be charged for 8 ringgit. And also customer can delete their order that they want to cancel their order by clicking the button delete here. So let's say I want to cancel my order for Farah. Click on delete. So only Ejwani. So the total price will be updated. It will be 68 ringgit, and before this is 108 ringgit. Then before you click on confirm checkout button, you need to make a payment to the account number that have been stated on the top of the page, which is Ikmal's account number, and the customer need to write their customer ID in reference receipt, while they want to pay, while they want to make a payment. For example, Ukasha customer's ID is 4, and after they transfer the money to the account number, they can click on confirm checkout button here. So if the customer want to view the order that have been already paid, they can simply click on view order to see all the details about the order that have been paid to the account number. So this is the list of the scarf, the details about the scarf. And yeah, after you have done by the scarf and you have nothing to do with it, you can click on log out to log out the account. So this is how to use the website for customer user, and it is simple as ABC and easy to understand. So that's all from me. Thank you.
There are some deficiencies in our system, which are the first one is our system did not have any payment gateway, and customers need to use manual online banking for making payments. Other than that, customers need to remember their order ID for their receipt during the payment process. Last but not least, for now we only have 2 admin accounts to be used by all admin. We hope that we can use this weakness to improvise our system in the future. That's all from us. Thank you so much for participating in this video. Thank you Seizan and Madam Aisha for guiding us in this project system. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum.